Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, welcome and subscribe. If you're returning, welcome back and thank you. So today I want us to work on my friend's face, full face makeup, right from the eyebrows down to her lips, Barbie look, pink and all. I hope you're going to enjoy this and learn something from it. Let's go. So this is my friend Rose and we'll be working on her face today. We're going for Barbie look, for Barbie, pink and So I started by prepping her face with primer and sunscreen. I used Nivea's sunscreen and Maybelline primer so that it can set the base for our makeup. That's me rubbing it in so that it can set on her skin. Then down to our first step, which is the eyebrow outline. So I chose to go with dots so that I can show you guys, especially for beginners, how to go about making your eyebrow. I was supposed to trim down her brows, but she didn't want that, so I decided to go for concealing the hair instead. So make dots. The first dot should be in line with the bridge of the nose, and the tail of the brow should also align with the end of, what do we call this, the eye, like what I've done there. So begin with joining those dots so that you can have your bottom line. I was also supposed to make the dots on the top part of the brow, but I did not because I wanted to move a little bit fast, but you should do that too. That's me joining the dots and filling the brow in. So you can, it is not important, but you can choose whatever shade you want to go with your brows. If you want dark, just press down the pencil a bit harder. If you want light strokes or a light look, just brush over your brow with the pencil, so to give you a lighter look. So after drawing the line, you can just go filling with lighter strokes or dark strokes depending on what you want. Then brush it all over so that it can settle in on your skin, sorry, so that it can settle on your skin to give a more natural look. I'm not sure whether I had mentioned the eye pencil that I'm using. This is Davis eye pencil and the number 3. And to clean out the eyebrows, I used Elegant Concealer shade Fawn. When cleaning out your brows using a brush, it is important that you angle the brush flat on your face. Angle the brush flat on your face so that you don't end up with crooked lines. And I used concealer at the bottom part of the brow and used foundation on the top part of the brow because why not? And also because on the upper part of the brow, cleaning the upper part of the brow with the foundation gives a more natural look, because that is the same foundation that we're going to use on her face. So yes, please remember to lay the brush flat on your face and don't have it pointing at your face, so that you can have a neater look or a neater line.
Tell me something, it might just take the pain away.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
So after you're done with the eyebrows, we go right into her eyelids for the eyeshadow. I am bedding that up with concealer. This time I used Forever concealer to lay a foundation on her eyelids for the eyeshadow look that you're going to go for. Then when putting eyeshadow on your eye, it is good that you first start with a transition color that's going to break the contrast between the concealer that has been used on the brows and the eyelid. So I usually go for orange. I love going for orange because that is what I started with since time immemorial since we started learning about makeup and stuff. So you can go with orange, you can go with yellow, you can go with pink, you can go with any color, but I prefer to go with orange all the time. So after the transition color, I went in with base eyeshadow color, which is purple. We are going for a pink look, but I didn't want to use a darker shade of pink because I wanted to have a great contrast between the eyeshadow colors. So that is a purple eyeshadow that I went in with. And when putting on eyeshadow on your eye, be sure to tap your brush on that eyeshadow until it sits on the skin and really blends in the skin, so that it doesn't form a line, or so that it doesn't look like there is a line on your face. Yeah. So after the base color, we make a cut crease. You can choose to go with a half crease or a full crease or a 3/4 crease, depending on the look that you're going for. I went for a 3/4 crease. One day I'll make a video showing you how to make a cut crease on your eye for an eyeshadow look. Yeah. So I made that using concealer, and also I mixed up the concealer with an eyeshadow primer so that it can give me the consistency I was looking for. After which I went in with a pink eyeshadow that I wanted to go for this look. Yeah, a lighter shade of pink. Yes. So when applying eyeshadow, as I had mentioned before, tap in the eyeshadow using your brush lightly and gently until it blends in with the base color, the base eyeshadow color that you'd used before, which is still the purple I had gone for at the base. Yeah.
Flashing on slice, sweet like daiquiri with strawberry crushed ice. Know you like a margarita with the hot spice. Love the taste of paradise.
So after the eyeshadow, I lined her eye with an eyeliner, black eyeliner, and after cleaned out the edges using my concealer and brush, that said and done, and having installed the false lashes on her eye, we're going to go straight to her face, the foundation, and the rest of the look. Yeah. So for foundation, I went in with Maybelline Superstay 30-hour Superstay Maybelline foundation. I'm rubbing that on her skin using my concealer brush so that it can make it easier for me to blend the foundation. Yeah. I started with one half of her face, and then moved on to the other half of her face so that I can have enough time to blend in before it dries out. You know, if you put foundation on the skin, on the face, on the entire face at the same time, one part may start matting up before you're done blending in the first side that you started working on. So after foundation, I went in with the concealer to highlight her face. I highlighted her forehead, under her eyes, and at her chin, and just right below her nose. Yes, I still used the LA Girl concealer in the shade Fawn to highlight her face. Yes, and it is important to note that when you are putting concealer on your face or on someone's face, yes, if this concealer is a matte or mattifies up real fast, you can choose to go with part by part application, and then blending one part of the face, and then before going on to the next, to avoid the concealer drying up on the skin before it is blended. So I chose to go for applying the concealer in all the areas that I wanted highlighted before blending, because I used a legal concealer which is not really which does not mattify up real fast. Yes. So after set that up with a compact powder, I used a legal compact powder before going in with the setting powder. This is so that if the concealer does not form creases after.
Took your number from a friend, but I never call. I started writing a DM, didn't sleep at all. Not awake that night. And every time
Music licensing reimagined.
see you there, where are you? My heart skips beating when your perfume's in the air. 'Cause I've been needing you like old-fashioned orange slice, sweet like daiquiri with strawberry crushed ice. Know you like a margarita with the hot.
So after highlighting, I went in to contour her face, and for this I used a darker shade of face powder. I angled I contoured her cheekbones and the round edges of her face so that she can look, so that it can give off thin, high cheekbone, high cheekbone vibe. Yeah. So blend that in at the cheekbone. I blended that in at the cheekbone. If you're doing this on your face or on someone else's face, please be sure to go in with a darker shade. Yeah. You can either use a contour stick, you can use a foundation, contour cream, or a bronzer, or bronzer creams or bronzer powders, whichever that you have available or whichever that comes easily available for you. But make sure that you use a darker shade so that it can really bring out the high cheekbone look on your face. Yes, if you go with a lighter shade than your face especially, it's going to make the face look fatter than it actually is. But as you can see here, it gives off a high bone, an angled cheekbone face. Yes. I don't know how to call that, but I'm certain that you can see. So after contouring the face, I went in to contour her nose using the same shade powder, darker powder, the darkest shade of face powder I had on the palette. Yes. So I contoured her face to bring out an angled face as well, a thin nose, sorry, not face anymore, thin nose like look, and which really did go well. After, added blush on her cheeks, both left and right, so that we can add a color to the face, and also so that we can bring out the pinkish vibe, or the pinkish look, the Barbie look that we wanted to go for. After that, we went in with a highlighter. I highlighted her nose, especially where I had highlighted earlier with concealer. I also highlighted the edges of her eyebrow so that it can pop out the rest of the eyeshadow, so that it can pop up the rest of the shadow look. And after applying lipstick, I also highlighted the line of her lip, the upper line and the lower line of her lip. This really comes out nicely, especially if you're going for a photo shoot or if you're going for a sparkly look. Yeah, it really brings out the highlights exaggeratively, which is cool. So after that, I also added the highlighter on her cheeks so that she can pop, so that she can look like a Barbie. Yeah. And our face is almost done. Our face was almost done at this point, because now only needed to work on her lips. So for lining her lip, I went in with the Davis eye pencil shade number 3 that I used on her brows earlier to line her lip. It is good that when you want to apply lipstick or gloss or anything that you want to have on your lips, it is important that you line so that it can give you a full lip look, and also so that it can look neater than and it can also guide you on where to not exceed, or where to not apply lipstick past. Yeah. So after that, I laid the lip first with concealer. I used Fawn Illegal concealer to form a foundation kinda on the lip, and then later went in with the pink shade powder, lip powder, that almost matched the eyebrows, the one that we have on the eyebrows. So just after this, I cleaned up the lip with concealer. I still used a legal concealer that I had used before in the shade Fawn to clean out the parts that might have gone out of the line, because we want a neat look. We want a well structured, neat lip look, and that is what we got after. That was the result we got after the clean out. I hope you can see the difference of before I cleaned out and the one that is coming up with the clean up.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
guys, our girl almost done, as you can see, looking all cute and pretty and pink. So I went in with the powder, a compact powder. I used Fit Me Maybelline to just set everything up and put everything together on her face. I also applied some on her neck so that there could be no color difference between the face and the neck. Before going in with the setting spray, yeah. So dab that on the face, I dab that on her neck, so that she could just match up, basically just match up, so that there could be no difference between the face and her neck. And then after, I went in with the Huda setting spray to set everything up, the entire makeup up, and to make it last longer through the day. And yes, there we are. She's looking so fine, so fine. There she is, our eye look. And yes, Barbie. That is it. That is it for today. I hope we will see each other again next time, and I hope this will help someone. Bye.